Hello everyone, this is Ordinary Beauty oh 07. I am an ordinary person made beautiful from within by my creator and the number 7 because it is God's number. So I wanted to give a quick testimony, and I am coming from my bed trying to get it done because I said I would post these videos and make sure that I get them out. The best way to do them is to, as I'm thinking about them, go ahead and put them out and then schedule them so that way you guys never miss anything. So this particular testimony, and which was actual God saving my life, my husband we had got into an argument, and we were living in Florida at the time, and I had gotten upset and decided that I would go to Walmart. And my husband had told me plenty of times not to go to Walmart, not to do that late at night. So it was somewhere closer to the morning time, and I decided, you know what? I don't care what he says. I'm upset. I want him to worry a little bit, and it'd be kind of nice if maybe something happened so that he can feel guilty. And I know that sounds crazy, but in my 20-something-year-old mind, being a married woman, I thought that sounded feasible until I got out. So, and excuse me, I'm nasally. My husband has this air conditioning up, trying to keep my son's room cool because the air conditioning unit on that level is not running right. So I caught this brunt of this cold coming on from the air being on all the time. So forgive me for the nasalness. Either way, okay. So I get out and I'm at Walmart, and I go inside without anything happening, and I'm on my way back out. So as I'm coming out, I noticed that there's two guys that they are outside. They are standing. So at the time I had a Tahoe. So my truck is parked. I'm sorry, I'm using my hand to hold the phone with my other hand, so I can't really show you. But let's just say if my car is here, and then their car was one car over, but in front on the other side, facing inward. So my car is facing inward, theirs facing inward, but their trunk is up. So, and this was 20-something years ago. So anyway, their trunk was up, and they said they were selling some perfume. And of course, you've heard the stories lately, or you've heard them in the past about walking up to or going up to trunks where men have them up and trying to sell perfumes, because that literally happened to me. So anyway, they had the trunk open, and this is before like really all that news was going on. But I knew instinctively that something was wrong. So the one guy had the trunk up. He looked very shady. The other guy came up to me, and he was just like, I have this perfume. I would like you, if you want to smell it. And I was like, no, I don't like perfume. And that's the truth. Like, I really don't like a lot of scents because they make me nauseous. I have to go through a lot of scents to find the perfect one. And that wasn't the time. So he was saying to me, well, just come over and just see. And I said, no, thank you. And then I went to, at the time, and I don't even think I had a clicker at that time. So I don't think there were clickers at that time. So anyway, I went to put my key in my door, and he slid in front of my door, and he wouldn't let me put my key in. And at the time in my mind, I just thought, oh my gosh, like, what am I going to do? Like, I just froze. They say you go fight or flight, and I guess I flighted because I didn't fight. I just froze. I stood there just thinking, like, what am I going to do? And this is a guy, he's stronger than me. He's not letting me put my key in the door. He's not going to let me get in my car. And there's nobody out here. It's like I said, it's probably closer to 1 a.m. It was really quiet. There might have been some people around, but there was no one near me. And when he did that, I just thought, now what? Like, I wasn't expecting it. And then, like, I'm going to say he stood there maybe 4 seconds and just waited. And then he moved. And when he moved out the way, I thought I was thinking he moved. And I hurried up, and I, like, literally when he moved over, I was trying to get the key in. So I was kind of like, you're trying to rush, get the key in, whatever. And I got the key in. Finally, I jumped in the car, and I, like, sped off. I got back to my house, which my house was only like 5 minutes away from the Walmart. When I got there, I realized that I didn't have the key to my house because when I walked out, I only had the key to the car. So I couldn't get in the house, and it's in the morning time. So I'm calling my husband, calling him on my phone, and he's not answering. I'm like trying to yell like to my husband, calling his name like, open the door, and he can't hear me. And then I'm thinking, now I'm locked out. You know, I tried to be ornery. I went and against what my husband asked me to do. I was upset. And that was so foolish of what I did. I wanted him to worry. I thought it'd be kind of cool if maybe I got into some mishap so he can worry. And I only caused myself trouble. I was locked out the house. Thankful for me, my little brother who was about 13 at the time, he heard me outside and came and unlocked the door, because otherwise I probably would have been outside until who knows when. I got in the house, and that was a valuable lesson to learn. I have never done that since. I have never just like literally said the things that I said, went away when he asked me not to. That was a very scary experience, and I'm lucky to be back home. I'm actually blessed to be back home. So I would just say, like, obviously this is a testimony to just say God did look out for me. Anything could have happened to me. We know women go missing and things happen to, individuals, period, when they walk out of the house to go do things, not realizing that they won't make it back home, and there will be something that's waiting to, take them away from this world. That could have easily happened to me that night, but it was the grace of God. It was his protection, and God, he allowed me, to do it because it's something I wanted to do, and it wasn't a pleasant outcome for me. However, God's grace covered me. So that's my testimony, and I just pray that if us as women, just to use more caution, even if we're upset, maybe go take a drive if you need to blow off some steam for whatever reason, and just pray, talk to God. That would have been a better opportunity for me as opposed to what I did, and still being just really disrespectful to my husband, deciding I just was going to do what I wanted to do when he asked me not to, because he didn't think it was safe anyway. So that is one of the other testimonies that I had. Again, I pray that it helps someone. I really enjoy coming on giving these testimonies because it really helps me to remember the things that God has spared me from, and just that he is a good God, and he's always waiting. He's always caring, and he's always watching out for us. So that's that story, and into the next video. I will see you guys later. Have a blessed, prosperous, and wonderful day. By the way, it's Mother's Day, and I am blessed and happy to be alive, and I am blessed and thankful that you all are here watching my videos. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.